Hey y'all, it's Nancy, the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture. Today's card is one that actually went up live on the Whimsy channel today as well, but I feel like it's been a while since I've actually shared a card making video here, so I wanted to make sure that I allowed you guys to see this here as well. Now later this week, Whimsy's video team will be having a hop and a gift card giveaway, so you want to make sure you stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, let's jump on into my process. So I have the new to me Cosmic Swirl background stamp, and I thought it would be perfect for this card. So I hit it several times with my ink pad, and then I stamped out, of course, the sweet little I Want Candy image, and I will take care of those in a little bit. But I also have this watercolor card that's already been stenciled with texture paste. It's just sitting in my stash. Now I used the Dotty 6x9 as well as the Polka Dot Stencil, and I love the way the texture paste actually layered, because I did the Dotty first, let it dry for a little bit, then I did the Polka Dot, so I have layers of spots, and I think it's so much fun. And now to add some color, you can see that I'm using my Kuretake Gansai Tambi. I always get all that confused. I feel like I'm saying the words in the wrong order. Anyway, my new to me watercolor palette, and I'm loving this kind of bright kind of, it's I guess it's like a citron green as well as then kind of the lime green, and just wanted to have a little bit of differentiation in that. And the colors dry back, they dry back quite a bit, but I'm going to have a green and purple color scheme. And so if you know anything about green and purple, green and red, green and pink, green and orange, all those that have reds in them, they can really create mud. I often say I embrace the mud. I'm not afraid of mud, but I wanted my colors to stay pretty vibrant. So I'm drying in between layers, and then of course I have to hit it with water to get the colors to blend and move and that kind of thing. But I also try to be really careful and dab up the areas where it becomes too muddy. Now if I had been able to just leave it stationary, I don't think I would have had quite as much mud, but I end up picking it up. And you can see where it's getting a little bit muddy there in the top middle, but I just dab up those muddy areas, or at least the areas that are muddier than what I want. And here I was trying just to dab some water on instead of spraying it, but it just wasn't working. Operator error, I'm sure. But anyway, I really like the way this turns out in the end. And again, I'm not afraid of mud. I just wanted my colors to be more vibrant. And I feel like in the end they are, even though there's some muddy areas and even though that they dry back quite a bit. I am really, really kind of loving this panel. And, you know, I'm all about grunge and I'm all about layers and the mixed media. And so for some, this might be too much already. If you are going to make a card like this, you can stop at any point, right? You don't have to mix colors or add colors that will potentially be muddy. You can choose any kind of color scheme that you want. But whatever you do, I encourage you to dry in between. That just makes sense. Now here I am bringing in my brayer, and I'm using some white acrylic paint just to add some more. It adds texture, it adds dimension, it adds color, and the real purpose for me doing this today was that I wanted to be able to see those dots, the big dots, the small dots. I wanted them to be more prominent. But I also love the grunge. That's just who I am. So again, if you don't like it this far, you stop where you want. Now I even come in with some black to do the same thing, much less black than the white. But all of my colors still stay very prominent. You can see those beautiful purples and the greens and that kind of citron-y yellow green. It's all there. And then, of course, I had to add some black splatter, which takes me to, oh, now I want to splatter all the colors. So, again, you guys know I'm extra. Stop wherever you want. You don't have to add all the splatters and the layers. To me, I'm swooning watching this because I think it turned out so lovely. But yeah, you do you. I will support that 100%. And so here I have the I Want Candy, the sweet little mummy. And I'm using my Arteza Everblends and my Ultra Everblends to color this up. Now the reason I went with the regular Everblends this time is because I have more of a gray selection, if you will, and these grays are kind of purpley grays, and I wanted to bring out more of that purple, so that's why I chose the purpley grays. I also have some blue grays and some pink grays and some green grays. I could have chosen any number of ways to go with this sweet little mummy, but I decided to do the purple. And as always, I just go light to dark, dark to light, and just blend it out. So I was told to stop saying I'm not a colorist. I still don't feel like I am, but I'm learning. I'm learning and I'm growing. So what I've learned is that when you have something that overlaps, like all of these mummy wraps or these mummy bandages, wherever they would overlap, that's where you want your darkest shadow. So I put just a little bitty line of the darkest color underneath the ones, or at the bottom, how do I want to say it? At the bottom of the top one. So if you have two overlapping, the one on the top is where I would put the line just under. I would put the dark color just under the line of that one, and then I just blend it out. Now, I'm liking this very much, but I just wanted there to be a little bit more differentiation, and I wanted there to be more purple. So I come in here in a little bit with a darker purple, and really in the moment I thought I had ruined it because it's too dark of a purple and it doesn't blend out all the way. In the end, because I trusted the process and I just kept going, I trusted myself, and again, I just kept going, blending, blending, blending. And did it fully blend out? No, and you'll see here in just a little bit. But I think in the end it works. And maybe because it's Halloween, and maybe because it's a mummy and we're going for kind of a grungy, tattered look. I don't know. But again, just learning. Just trying. If you wonder, what if? I wonder what would happen. Give it a try. I mean, in the end, it's just paper, right? You know, we want to be, good stewards of our money. We want to be good stewards of our supplies and that type of thing. But you just have to try. Use the paper that's not the good paper. Don't use the Nina. Use just maybe some copy paper or something. I don't know. But trust yourself. Allow yourself grace and room to try, to explore. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You learned what didn't work, and there's value in that. So just play. So you can see how it's gotten pretty dark and pretty grungy, but again, I'm not mad about it. So then, of course, fussy cut. I don't know, to be honest, if there are dies for this particular set. I don't think so, but I am kind of a fussy cutting fool, just keeping in mind that you want to turn your scissor more than you want to turn your image. And then I use the mini slim tag die set to cut the watercolor panel into a tag, as you can see. And then I have the whole reinforcers as well cut out in black, just to pull out some of that black. And I'm going to layer it, and you just saw me using my my trimmer just to cut that out, and I just kind of eyeballed it. And then I will use a hole punch to cut a hole into the black one. And I do the same with a small black tag as well. And that black was just, I had a little tag that I had picked up some ink from my glass mat on, and it just became this kind of grungy gray black tag. And that's what I used I use it for my sentiment. And I add just a little bit of black twine into both of them, both of the tags, the big one and the small one. And then here is where my Cosmic Swirl makes a reappearance. So I trimmed it down, and of course you saw that I did just some simple ink blending with the residual ink that was in that brush. Of course that was oxide, so all of my oxide brushes are those brown and black ones. And then of course I did the splatter on the Cosmic Swirl. Now that black stripe over on the left, that serves several purposes. One, it adds an interesting detail. Two, it highlights the Cosmic Swirl panel. And three, it kind of tells the eye where to stop. Just like the tag on the right, see, it extends beyond the Cosmic Swirl panel as well. So the black stripe on the left and the black stripe on the right tells the eye, these are the boundaries of this card. This is where your eye stops. And so the tag is lifted up on some double-sided foam tape, as well as the panel that the mummy is on and the mummy itself. All of those are up on some foam tape. Now, I wasn't sure with this little tag what I wanted to do with it, but I ended up just keeping it level, kind of centered in the middle of the other tag or the other panel. I don't know, the little rectangle that the mummy's on. And then, of course, you can see that I have the Nuvo, the Nuvo crystal drops just to add some added dimension and texture to the candy and the mummy's eyes and the word candy as well. Now those little black dots, those were the inside of the hole reinforcers, and they were just sitting on my desk, and I thought, oh, I want to use those, so I'm glad that I did. And of course I trimmed off that excess, and here's my card. What do you guys think? Tell me if it's too grungy for you. I'm a big girl, I can handle it. Everybody likes something different. If it's too grungy for you, where would you have stopped? Let me know. Because all of our differences are kind of what make us unique, right? They're what make us a people. And it's those differences that allows creativity to just blossom, where we can all take the same supplies, the exact same supplies, and we'll come up with something completely different each and every time. So I love that, and I celebrate that, and I embrace that, and I encourage you to do the same. Guys, you are the best, as always. You're why I'm here, and I appreciate you. If you are new here, welcome. If you have been a member of my crafty tribe for some time, welcome back. And as always, I ask you to hit that like button if you like this video or found it entertaining in any way. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you are new here. I'd love to see you back. And in the meantime, guys, I'll catch you downstairs in the comment section, and I'll see you later this week for the Hop-In giveaway with Whimsy stamps. Mwah! This is Nancy, the Handy Scandy, and I'm out.